So how did this all come about, right? I was actually standing in the kitchen. I had, been working for the last, 2 or 3 weeks, just doing recipes, and our dog is bumping things. So I had been doing a bunch of different recipes. I'd had some fails. I had been out on social media.
Yeah, all the YouTube pages, all the homestead pages, all the TikToks.
Right.
I mean, we were on all of it.
Right.
Everything.
And then I would try to go duplicate it, and once in a while it would turn out. Most times it didn't.
We failed at the sourdough. We still haven't quite figured that one out.
Yeah, that really was.
Yeah.
But and I kept getting so frustrated because these people looked like they had it all together, and they looked like they were perfect, right, at everything, and they had this beautiful homestead.
Growing zucchinis the size of my arm, all the great stuff.
All this beautiful bread, and these perfect lives, and it really was frustrating to me. And so I was standing in the kitchen the other day, and I said to my daughter, she was in the den, and I said, hey, I think I've got an idea. And she said, what? And I said, well, what if we started recording our, things that turned out great and our fails, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't have all the answers,
I wish I did.
Yeah, she didn't have all the answers.
And I think too, like you and I, we want to, of course, end up where we, have a homestead and we can grow gardens, but we don't have that right now. And so, and I know everyone who started didn't have that either, or at least I don't think they did. But there was nothing out there to really kind of teach the lessons and watch the fails, and you go through and you're like, everyone has their starter for sourdough already done, and you're like, that's awesome. How did you get there? Because
oh, that's easy. We'll just make sourdough.
It did not go so well.
We'll show you.
Yeah,
right.
And that'll be on another video. But it's just life lessons that I think a lot of people, they want to learn how to begin, and they don't know where to start because everyone's already started and mastered it, and they're like, well, this is how you do it, and it's like, that's not really how you do it. At least it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah. There's a lot of fails before there's a success.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've been making bread recipes, trying to find the perfect one. I think I've found it. But I've learned so many things, and I want to share that because I made 2 loaves yesterday, and both of them turned out this big.
Yeah.
So,
but that was a lesson. We learned, that from trial and error that there's certain things you can do with the flour. We didn't know that, and it's things with cooking, and like I'm learning from my mother how to sew, and I've sewn pieces of fabric together and had to take them apart, and I'm going,
oh no,
I don't want to do this anymore.
I have a little bit of skill just passed down from my great-grandmother and my grandmother, but a lot of it I've just learned on my own. So that's what this site's all about, right? It's just learning together, growing together, whether you have a small patio or whether you have a big backyard, it doesn't matter. Just start where you are, and we'll learn it one lesson at a time. And we're going to have some fails, and that's okay.
And our videos aren't perfect. We're not Hollywood camera perfect either. We're learning social media content and creator content along with everybody else, and we're not perfect. Nobody is, and we're just happy to be here to learn with y'all. And of course, as we're learning, please leave comments, share with us your fails, share with us your ideas, because it takes a village to really learn.
Or tell us what you want to see.
Absolutely.
What you want to do. You know? But we're here, on our little acre, and we hope that that you'll join us and you will
become a part of the Little Acre family.
Just become a part of it.
Yeah.
Family. So we'll talk to y'all soon, and we'll have some great videos.
Yes. Bye.